Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today, we're going to look at the phrase, the morning after. Now, the morning after is a phrase commonly used to refer to a time following an important, significant, or notable event. This event could be anything from a large party or social gathering, or maybe some kind of election in the government. But the morning after is a phrase which is all about the consequences or the aftermath about what just happened. So, for example, imagine you win a big award. You're given a big award at the award ceremony, let's call it a BAFTA, and then you wake up the next day, the morning after. You have to deal with the consequences. You're now a different person. I'm sure the king, after the queen died, he woke up the morning after, realizing he was no longer a prince, but a king. The prime minister, when he wins an election, he wakes up the morning after, realizing that he has a lot of work to do. Also, after an election, the prime minister might wake up and realize that, well, he's just an ordinary man again. He's no longer prime minister. So, the morning after. It can be used in a positive and negative way. It can be used to warn people about success. Well, what happens the next day when you wake up and you're no longer an ordinary person, you're a superstar? What happens the morning after when you wake up and you discover you've lost everything? But probably more common is when you've been out drinking and you have to deal with the consequences, the hangover, the morning after. We use this phrase a lot to talk about consequences, good or bad. And right now in the UK, there's a storm raging. And after the storm goes, of course, there'll be a morning after, a cleanup. It might not actually be in the morning, it might start later today, but the morning after just metaphorically talks about what happens once things have finished. If any of you care, the king is out of hospital, so I think there's no longer any worry for the royal family about him. I was telling you the other day that he was in hospital for 4 days and people were getting worried. So if any of you have been worrying and you care about that, then I want to tell you that he's fine. So his morning after probably is great celebration. Nobody likes to stay in the hospital, do they? Anyway, to take us through the morning after, I've chosen a song by Maureen McGovern. Now, you know Maureen McGovern. This song that we're going to talk about is called The Morning After, and she sang it in the Poseidon Adventure. Before you get too excited, the Poseidon Adventure originally came out in 1972. The one that you're thinking of might be the one that came out in the 1990s. It's the same movie, but of course the modern one doesn't have Maureen singing in it. Maureen McGovern was a really big name when I was growing up. She was very famous. She sang the song The Morning After for the Poseidon Adventure movie, and she also did one for the Towering Inferno. That was the tower block that went on fire. I think it was a hotel or an office block, and the firefighters had to get everyone out, and the opening credits has Maureen McGovern singing We May Never Love Like This Again, while you see the fire engine and major people escaping. But anyway, we're not talking about that movie today. We're talking about The Morning After, the theme from the Poseidon Adventure. So we're going to go through the lyrics so you can catch the idea of what Maureen is trying to tell us. Actually, I was reading about her recently. She's now got Alzheimer's disease, which is a great pity. I love Maureen McGovern, and she tells us how she's still trying to record the albums, but now she lives in a retirement community. Oh, she was an amazing singer. She had a very special kind of voice. And if you listen to her singing The Morning After, then you'll hear it. So Maureen tells us, there's got to be a morning after if we can hold on through the night. We have a chance to find the sunshine. Let's keep on looking for the light. So she's saying here, there has to be an end to this situation. There has to be a morning after when we begin to recover. There's got to be a morning after if we can hold on through the night. We have a chance to find the sunshine. Let's keep on looking for the light. A great song of hope there, isn't it? And then Maureen tells us, oh, can't you see the morning after? It's waiting right outside the storm. Why don't we cross the bridge together and find a place that's safe and warm? Now, Maureen, of course, is singing this song all about a sinking ship. So that's probably the reference to the bridge there. And then Maureen tells us, it's not too late, we should be giving. Only with love can we climb. It's not too late, not while we're living. Let's put our hands out in time. Now, those lyrics are a little bit mystical. I'm not quite sure what she's trying to say there. But she's certainly saying, love, give as much as you can of yourself. While you're alive, there's always hope. I think that's what she's trying to tell us. And then Maureen tells us, there's got to be a morning after. We're moving closer to the shore. The shore, of course, is the beach, the place where the boats comes in. If there's no harbour, the shore is basically the shoreline where the water meets the beach. It's really weird in English. We have so many words to describe that place. We have the shore, the harbour, the beach, the sand, the shoreline, the front, the seafront. It's really bizarre that we have so many words to describe that particular place, but yet we only have one word to describe food from the sea, seafood. Isn't that strange? Anyway, and then she tells us, there's got to be a morning after. We're moving closer to the shore. I know we'll be there by tomorrow and we'll escape the darkness. We won't be searching anymore. And then she goes on to repeat again, there's got to be a morning after. Oh, it's a very nice song. It's a very nice song. So I recommend that you listen to that if you can. So there we are. And speaking of hold on, because she says in the first verse, there's got to be a morning after if we can hold on through the night. Wasn't it Wilson Phillips that sang that song, Hold On, which was a great song of hope for depressed people? Yeah, I'm sure Wilson Phillips sang that. That was those three women, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think they sing anymore. One of them has a cake shop in Canada, as far as I remember, or a biscuit cookie shop, is it? Wilson Phillips. Yeah, weren't they the children of other famous people? Was it the Beach Boys, I think? I can't remember. But anyway, Wilson Phillips had a song called Hold On. Nothing to do with Maureen. Maureen had Irish ancestry. Yeah, she was, she is an American singer. still, but she can't do live concerts anymore, unfortunately. And yeah, her family all came from Ireland, as I recall. Yeah, McGovern, very common name around here. So she tells us there's got to be a morning after if we can hold on through the night. We have a chance to find the sunshine. Let's keep on looking for the light. And I really hope she remembers those words in her own fight against Alzheimer's. Yeah. So the morning after, she's referring here to, after, she's still going through some big thing, but she's looking for the morning after. She's waiting for it all to be finished. The Poseidon Adventure was the one with Shelley Winters as the singer. Shelley Winters was an actress in the 70s. Yeah, she was very good as well. In fact, I mentioned her in one of my podcasts. It must have been last year. Yeah, I like Shelley Winters. She was the swimmer in the Poseidon Adventure. It's one of these movies which is great to watch during a storm. I really recommend that. If ever you find you're in a storm or in cold weather, it's one of these movies you can just take a breath, while the boat sinks and everyone runs for their life. You know that kind of movie? Yeah. Anyway, that's today. Okay, the morning after. And I really hope that you've enjoyed this. So let's talk again soon. And if you want to use the morning after as a phrase, just use it with reference to what might happen. So if your boss loses his job, you can think about, I wonder what the morning after will be like for him when he wakes up and realizes what's happened. The aftermath. All right, that's it from me. Enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. Stay safe. Bye.